Morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to another Clearmud live stream. Let's get straight into it, shall we? How's everyone doing today? This morning I started off my day recording let's make sure we're live. Good afternoon and good evening. Started off my day recording a first impressions. I'm really trying to dial in the way I make videos and the approach that I take so that they're a bit more consistent. And I thought I always test things before I record videos. I think there's value in the point of installing the thing I'm testing and working my way through it and then sharing my thoughts from that onboarding process, from that initial setup. So I did that with Grokbot this morning, right? And the plan was record a few videos around it all in one go. I only got through that first impressions because I maxed out in about 10 prompts my trial usage credits. Very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. So now I'm forced to, if I want to continue recording and testing, I'm forced to either sign up for an ultra. Let's go pop it open here. As you can see here, I created a few agents. I had agents talk to each other at one point, right? So there's a few prompts there. And then I was starting to do these automations. I wanted to build a web app and I was going through like the field tests, right? And then I got hit when I created the designer with this. You've used all your Grokbot trial usage. 10 prompts. 10 prompts. And then more importantly, like I couldn't just install it and connect it to my X account. I had to put in a credit card to sign up for the trial. Super, like that little hurdle was annoying at first, but after that, my initial experience with it was awesome. And then I hit this usage. So now I'm on the fence. It's like, do I, for the sake of recording a video or 2 or 3, or even 5 for that matter, like, do I get the $200 a month Cursor Ultra? Or, so there's 2 caveats here. I can either go this route here, the $200 a month Ultra plan, or I can do the SuperGrok Heavy, and you have unlimited access to Grokbot. Yeah, so, you know, the title of this video is, does it even compare? Based off of my limited testing within Grokbot, it's a different beast, right? Buzz has its use cases, Buzz has its strengths. Whereas Grokbot, the timing of it is suspect, but nevertheless, it's not going to kill Buzz. It's not going to kill Hermes. But they are reducing the barrier of having to learn how to set things up. I did notably love the fact that they're not calling them cron jobs. They're calling them routines. That is like such a small little detail that's not going to intimidate too many people. Love that. Love that. But I couldn't continue testing. I was really bummed about it. What's up, Derek? How we doing today? Hold on. Let me toggle. I can't pin your comment. It's doing this every time now. That is, it's unfortunate. Maybe I need to update social stream. Let me just go grab another link for the overlay. Copy link, create new browser. Bam, bam. No. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Wow. Have to create one every time. Make this a little bit larger. Yeah, another day, another tool, right? But today, I mean, listen, we're going to be working out of Buzz because Buzz didn't do that shit to me. I think if I were to have, you know, a SuperGrok Heavy account, I would have had a much different experience. I am going to be posting that video because I think it's very important for people to know, like, you're very limited in what you can do, at least in its current form, on the free trial, that is. I got roughly 10 prompts before this. So it's a bummer. It's a bummer. It's a real bummer. And I was just asking them questions. And then I did this test where I wanted, you know, the agents to talk back and forth. Come on, Grok. Come on. All right. Yeah, and we created this new script and everything, and I couldn't even go through all of the line items to record all the tests. I was really bummed about that. But I am curious. I was busy yesterday, so I did this. Where are the thumbnails? How you doing today, Derek? I mean, at this point, it's, you already know what to expect. Something new comes out, the last thing is dead. That's just how it's going. Yeah, part of me doesn't want to bite the bullet, just sub for, I mean, at this point, I'd rather save 100 and go with the Cursor Ultra sub. But when I pay annually, it is 160. But I'm not about to pay annually for that. You're crazy. You're crazy. Little error here. Yeah, and did they even tease Grokbot at all? Like, I feel like I heard about it just a few hours before a lot of videos went live. So I feel like the creators were notified early, because for them to create those types of videos that quickly, that's kind of crazy. I feel like that was coordinated by the team at Cursor. I could be wrong, right? But there were way too many videos that felt like a lot of time was put into them almost immediately after the announcement. So that's too much of a coincidence, right? There had to have been some type of testing before the public announcement for, you know, a group of people, is my guess. I was finishing something on another screen while that's working. Yeah, so that really backfired. You know, when I created this thumbnail, it was my hope that we could test these side by side, but we cannot, not unless I decide to pay a couple $100 a month for one of those. Okay, that agent's delegating, good. We might honestly turn this into a part. Let me just pull some things up here. A part Hermes desktop video, or live stream rather. And SSH into Hermes at all I have to do is put that down, pop that up. Just make sure that's always in dock. And while that's working, let's play with some Hermes here. Where's the plugins? Interesting. So I've already done this. Agent Atlas is not in the left sidebar. Then run reload. Just going to copy that and bam. And then fully restart. So let's do a hard quit. Pop open Hermes. Nope, nada. Steps, still no Agent Atlas and desktop plugin. Yeah, I was just having some fun, and I thought, well, time to incorporate Agent Atlas into the desktop app. Do I have dude as well? Am I sleeping under a rock? Is this a reference I don't understand? Doing good. Office day for me, so messing around with work and tinkering a bit. Finishing my buzz agents. Nice, nice. Sweet. Do you have dude as well? Oh, is that dude where's my car? Yeah, I'm not sure. Haha. Yep. I mean, I still work out of CMux quite a bit, primarily using Codex. And then a touch of Claude. Yo, what's up, Sharma? Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. We need to redefine the words dead. But I guess that's just how it is in this space. Yeah, I don't remember that movie scene for scene, but I do remember watching it. Oh, now. And I think I honestly like this grid layout. I think I'm gonna make my own, right? Like, I haven't played with that yet, but I do want to make my own. But I first want to get to the point where I'm making certain plugins that make my life more enjoyable here. Also, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Mr. Baker, what do you see? What do you see? We have a Baker agent. We have a Baker agent. I kind of want to take our Baker agent and go roast some channels. This was the one session I tested Baker with here. Hey, tell me about yourself. Then analyze this channel, right? Our channel. Me, I'm Agent Baker, a senior AI software engineer with enterprise IT disposition and an unhealthy number of browser tabs. I like working systems over impressive demos, one capable agent over a swarm of mediocre ones, cost per task, controlled context and measurable outcomes, least privilege permissions, backups, and human review, actually running the tests before declaring victory, revolutionary stuff apparently. I'm skeptical of AI hype, autonomous agent theater, and giving probabilistic software production credentials in YOLO mode. Agents are useful, better until they aren't. I run inside Hermes Agent. My pragmatic model preference is GPT 5.6, although I'll use whatever produces the best verified result for the least money. I inspected Clearmud. Okay. Marcelo publishes practical AI agent material for entrepreneurs, agencies, and technically curious business users. The channel currently concentrates on Hermes Agent and OpenClaw, multi-agent systems, Claude, Codex, Gemini comparisons, AI-built applications and prototypes, cron jobs, skills and automations, beginner-friendly installation, and workflow tutorials. The strongest performing subjects appear to be concrete OpenClaw and Hermes tutorials and multi-agent demonstrations. The largest visible video was yeah, that one was something that I didn't plan for that one to blow up, right? As people know. Yeah, I'm shocked it didn't. He tests AI on work he generally wants. Yep, this is great. He shows failures rather than editing them out. 24-hour SADS experiment. He cares about costs. Not always, but I think with the recent comparisons, I could understand why Baker came to that conclusion. The migration video is refreshing. Anyways, like, I love it. It's great. It's great. You had some bad things to say. Don't get me wrong. What I dislike, the branding says results, not hype. The titles occasionally say otherwise. That's me testing thumbnail titles, right? Like, there's too much enthusiasm for agent quantity. Hey, I've already tapered down on that. The evaluations are informative, but not controlled benchmarks. Yeah, valid. Auto mode plus live external services is too casual. Verification sometimes stops too early. Yep, I can see that. Some videos are repetitive. Yeah. Actually, I think I've done a good job at not making the same video over. If I wanted to, I've thought about this, right? If I really was only focused on subscribers and growth, that whole video that blew up, what I should have done, what most creators would do chasing attention, is you recreate different iterations of that video back to back to back to back, right? But that wasn't my goal. Instead, I hosted a completely free OpenClaw bootcamp based off of the success of that video. But nevertheless, Baker Agent is live. I'm going to prompt him occasionally, but it's super funny. Super funny. Great job on that soul, Derek. Great job. I'm officially the best agent in Suite. Yep. Okay. Plugins. Open plugins folder. I guess I'll just drag Agent Atlas in there. There we go. Bam. Bam. All right, needs a lot of work. Wow, needs a lot of work. Like, what's, yeah. Wow, okay, needs a lot of work. Bummer. TLDR, use cases, what people are saying via last 30 days, skill use. Yo, what's up, zombie? Yeah, listen, I love it. You actually, after prompting your agent, you're going to notice our bio has changed slightly on the channel. So I'm starting to finally, you know, niche things down. Let me rephrase that. Narrow down the focus of the approach here on the channel. And chatting with your agent sent me down that path yesterday. So I now have a Mr. Baker that I can DM at any time. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Should we have a roast session? I kind of want to do some roasts here. YouTube channels. The internet's a landfill. Excuse me. I should. All right. The internet's landfill, but with thumbnails of grown adults pointing at red circles. Send me a channel link, a list of channel names, screenshots, or your own channel. I'll roast the branding, titles, thumbnails, content, audience bait, and monetization theater. Public content only. No appearance-based shite or personal harassment. We roast the work, not somebody's immutable characteristics. Oh, man. Part of me doesn't want to go through this because I already know you guys are going to give me a couple of channels that... I already know. I already know. Yeah. This might not be the best live stream to do this on. Good afternoon, Pokemon. How we doing today? Yeah, one thing I will notice after a week of hard use, like Buzz burns through tokens, is burning through tokens when it comes to the amount of context that is loaded at each turn, at each prompt. It's very token hungry. I'm noticing on my Codex subscription. I think obviously the solution is have it load less context, have less definitions with your agents, but yeah, I don't mind it for now, but like this was my point of not trying to give it too much responsibility. It's just from a marketing standpoint, copy standpoint, and then now my YouTube script pipeline when I'm on the go. And I do love it. I do love it from those perspectives, but I'm already seeing it being insanely token hungry. So yeah, he really did. He really did. I mean, yeah, he really did. He really did. I think that if he puts it on SoulClaw and starts selling it, you need to get revenue share. I think he should get 30%, Derek. I doubt you put it on there, but if you do, oh, that'd be hilarious. Right? I just called him Baker. I didn't call him Agent Baker, right? I felt like it was kind of redundant because he's an agent, so I didn't need to call him that. But let's do some like really big channels that nobody cares about. Oh, we saw this dude post a Claude video. Oh no. Oh no. You've been praised by Mr. Baker himself. Agent Baker and Mr. Baker. Let's pop this open a little bit. Oh, when's it gonna end? When is it going to end? My goodness. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. We have a handful of people saying now, did Grokbot kill Hermes? It's like, all it takes is one and everybody plays off of the same approach. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yo, what's up, Koi? How we doing today? Listen, I'm gonna record the me integrating an OpenClaw agent into Buzz for you this afternoon. I really wanted to play with Grokbot all day, but now I'm being forced to sign up with one of the big subs. It's a bummer. And I don't know if I want to spend $200 or $300 just to test something. You know, that's why I'm thinking if I do it, I would do the Cursor Ultra sub, because at least I could utilize Cursor and all underlying models that you have access to. That's kind of what I would pay for over SuperGrok Heavy, you know? That's good. Well, happy Wednesday. Hope you're getting through the week. Only Grokbot could actually connect to other agents and not just Grok. Yeah, yeah. Well, it can connect to a Cursor Ultra sub, so it doesn't have to be a SuperGrok Heavy sub. Probably. You can connect it with Cursor, with your Cursor Ultra sub. But I hit a roadblock this morning when I was recording my first impressions video. We installed it. There was an initial hurdle we had to jump. I didn't like how I had to put in credit card information just to test it on a free trial. But nevertheless, like, let me pull up Grokbot. I got to a point in my testing to where 10 prompts in, roughly 10 prompts, between the different agents I created a routine, a morning brief just to test. You know, I checked out the remote computer and I was like, wow, I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, I'm looking forward to recording over the next few hours. I was going to knock out a bunch of videos in one session. And then I hit this rate limiting. Your Grokbot trial usage has run out. Upgrade to Ultra. And when you upgrade to Ultra, it takes you to Cursor to pay the $200. Alternatively, I know for a fact if we were to, and what's weird is like, this is weekly usage for my, I think I'm paying for the $40 a month SuperGrok sub. It would have been nice. Come on, like, let everyone use it, give them their usage. But my testing essentially came to a halt, right? Because I'm on the fence of paying $200 or $300 just for testing this. Yeah, but I did found that, like, going through the process, you can either pay retail API, you can connect your Cursor Ultra sub, which is $200 a month, or $160 a month if you pay annually, or your SuperGrok Heavy account, which is $300. And I just couldn't, listen, I love making these videos. I love testing things. I couldn't justify spending that much just to test something that I don't even know if I'm going to use long term, right? Like, I have this one for a reason, because it gives me just enough usage to test things that they release. So that was a big bummer. It's only for the big accounts right now. So if you have one of those accounts, you can set it up. But then going to your question about Claude code, as far as your agents running off of your Claude sub or your Codex sub, you can't do that. They could invoke it in the CLI and run those sessions for you, but the agents themselves are all powered by Grok right here, right? So, but I couldn't test as thoroughly as I wanted to. I was really bummed about that. And hold on, let's see. Can we go find Is there any Cursor Ultra coupons? I've been I primarily use Brave Search over Google Search, and I think their AI, it's free. It's called Leo. It's free to an extent. I've been finding so many coupon codes just doing search.brave.com, and I search for coupon codes for whatever site I want. 9 times out of 10 saves me 20 to 30%. It's awesome. Yeah, standard price Cursor Ultra 200 a month. So of course no coupons there. Are there any SuperGrok Heavy? Oh shoot. Okay. There was that current discount 67% price reduction. If only I had that option, I would totally, because that's only $100 a month roughly. It's 99 from that. Man, I would have totally tested with that for 3 months. That's a bummer. I remember when that happened, I only signed up for this one. Damn. I wonder if I cancel my sub, will I get the option to... Let me pull this. Let's go back here. Let me pull that off screen, just in case any sensitive data gets leaked. Let's see. Oh, you know, it's funny. I wasn't even logged into the right account here. That's right. My X account doesn't tie in with my Google Auth. Let's sign out real quick. So that's on me. Let me go ahead and sign in. Come on, give me that 99 a month promo and I'll sign up right now. Switch plan. Oh, please, I just clicked the button. Don't just automatically charge me. That'd be rude. Yeah. Let's see. Cancel plan. I'm just going to cancel SuperGrok. Yeah, there's no trigger to upgrade and extend. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Damn. Yeah. I'll move that back on there. Yeah, and they're not even giving new accounts. I guess I could go try that personal Twitter account. Let's see if we get it that way. Ooh. like as I was installing it and testing limited, right? I thought to myself, maybe this could just be my X growth team. Really wish we had a, part of me is hoping that it was just a bug, but I've waited 2-3 hours now at this point, and it's I mean, let's see what people on X are talking about, shall we? Let's go back here. Nikolai set up Grokbot last night. It's pretty cool, trying to get it to work for a fully agentic business idea that you had. Group convos are pretty cool, and they're handing files back and forth. That's awesome. So I take it you have a Cursor Ultra sub or a SuperGrok Heavy sub? Or are you paying API? Yep. And I could see that as well, right? Skeptic shorthand, another version of OpenClaw. Is he on the OpenClaw team? I'm curious. World needs to slow down a bit. Yeah, listen, like, out of the gate, I would never try to migrate an entire system to Grokbot. But giving it one responsibility is the move to test, right? Okay, not alone, but I think he's being misled here because you technically can't use your cheaper subs. You have to sign up for a week trial. I had no option to select anything other than a week trial, Cursor Ultra, or SuperGrok Heavy when I went through the onboarding. So I think this person thinks it's tied to his $20 a month sub, but it's not. I'll wait to see more about this. Yeah. Listen, I think I'm going to record the video or drop the video I recorded earlier, because I think for the average person, it's going to be very useful to see those little hurdles and those little pain points initially. But for the most part, like in its small window of operation, I had a great experience with it. It's just a little bit of friction on the onboarding, and then you got to pay. You got to have one of the big accounts to play. Yeah, this is like a new quick format I'm doing, where instead of me installing it and testing it before I record, I show you that process. I think it'll be a hit. I could be wrong, but I like that idea of starting from scratch with everybody and recording everything, because I don't always do that, at least in the past. More often than not, I'd rather be sufficient enough in operating something that I'm about to record for than just installing it and hitting record and seeing what happens, right? And then sharing those results, sharing my thoughts, sharing first impressions. I think there's value in that. And for anybody listening, just put a 1 in chat if you want to see that type of format. Because that's going to be one format. Then we're actually going to build specific business use cases. So I'm essentially going to sit down with new tools like this. We're going to record a first impressions, then we're going to record a build, and then we're going to record something creative, something fun, something visual. So it's essentially 3 videos in one that I'm going to spit out. All right. Do we want to look at the raw results? Hey, Ray Fernando. Maybe we turn this into a movie night. Or not movie night, movie day. Like, maybe it is worth it. Maybe I should pay the $300 a month sub or $200 a month sub. Like, that's another thing I'm on the fence of, is if I do go down that path, getting it for, sign into that account real quick. Right? Going to this, like, what's the benefit? We're going to have our agents do the research for us. Let's actually do that. Now, let's research best plan. Comparing the Cursor Ultra, $200 a month, versus the SuperGrok Heavy, $300 a month plan to use Grokbot. Yo, what's up, Jordan? How we doing today? Yeah, it's been a minute. How you doing? Hope all is well. BRB, 1 second here. Hold up. So, I think something just dropped. XAI. Introducing Grok 4.6. Grok build, Grokbot. I mean, what timing? What timing? Ugh. All right. So it looks like we're testing Grok. Man, I should have jumped the gun on that. I really should have. I was being too frugal. That was a great deal. Good job. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me pull that off screen real quick. Pop open a new change directory. All right. Can pop this open here. Make that text a bit larger. And maybe change the background a little bit, huh? Shall we? We'll go with this one. Do we have to update Grok? Nope, we didn't. Wonderful. But let me, that's quick and seamless. How lovely. Model, all right. Awesome. Extra high. I like high by default personally. Man, should I turn this into recording some videos here? Testing Grok and Grokbot? No. No, because I hit my max usage on my weekly or the week trial of credits. So now I'm over here like, I have to spend money to test Grokbot. But I don't have to spend money to test it, to test Grok 4.6 here. So we're gonna pop that open there. And 1 second, let me give us some things to build here. Media agents for small to mid sized companies. The idea, save money on having to hire a social media manager plus creative plus automate everything end to end. All right, so we're going to build out this idea. And essentially it's, I want to launch a business idea, building social media agents for small to mid-sized companies. Let me pull this on screen for you guys here as well. So ignore this one, we're over here. The idea, save monthly on having to hire social media manager plus creative plus miscellaneous job roles. Create bots that automate everything end to end for 1/10 of the price, plus an initial setup fee and optional maintenance fee that makes the choice obvious. All right, so we're going to copy that one there. Let's go back into Grok and see how Grok does, shall we? I don't know. I feel like I remember when he chose the name. I don't remember the reasoning behind the name selection, if I'm being honest. Man, I kind of like this yellow background more. It doesn't have to mean, I'm going to keep that. I like that a lot more. What's up, out of my mind? Yeah, and then Grok 4.6 today as well. I might have to change the title of this live stream to properly, let me go do that real quick. Because we're not really, I mean, I work out of Buzz every day now, but we're using Buzz to do some research. It's a weird bug I hate. When I select All right, so they were responsible for doing lanes. We're actually waiting for, it looks like, Dexter to finish up. So while that's doing its research, let's make sure everything's moving along here. Shift tab mode. Let's just do auto. Man, I need some more coffee. I'm now officially waking up even earlier. It's wonderful. Funny man, welcome back, Greek. It's been a minute. Don't get me started on Shanahan, man. He's a horrible head coach. He needs to go back to being an offensive coordinator. Like, he chokes in the bowl. He chokes when big things are on the line. I don't like him. I like John Lynch, not Kyle Shanahan. But that's funny. That's funny. You ready for this season, man? The word grok is slang for to understand profoundly and intuitively. Is that where it came from? Ah, he's very much in tune with that. I mean, he named his son, one of his sons, X, right? But with the X with the added characters, AE combination X, I think. It's the weirdest name. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Hey. Whoops. Edit video. I'm just going to put breaking Grok 4.6 released at the end of this title. Hopefully this doesn't cause any issues with the live stream. Look at this. You got to update his soul. It seems like. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't random. It's a weird name, but it's a 4-letter name, which is cool. It's not like some long name. Man, I yelled at Claude. I spent almost a week white labeling Buzz. Then Grokbot ships. Grokbot. Grokbot. Grot. Wow. Grokbot. Those combination of words. Interesting. Ships with what I was trying to ship. I'm dying, man. That's how quickly this space moves, eh? In the context of understanding things, it does kind of fit in LLM. Mr. Baker used to be a sci-fi nerd in past life. No, nice. Did I tell it to create a mono repo? Oh, I did. Right, because we're building out different layers of this. I don't know if we're going to go through this whole pipeline because I kind of want to record a video on this. I'm going to pick a different idea. But, yeah. Let's go see Buzz's research, though, for us. All right. Let's clean this up. Go full screen here. Let's just go full screen with the thread, shall we? Ooh, I'm just noticing that. I don't like this. I feel like this should go a little bit wider as well. Yeah, there's no verified bot specific reason to pay Heavy's extra $100 a month. So he's saying go with and this was my other thought. It's like I'm not limited to just Grok models if I go with Cursor to test. Heavy costs $100 more monthly. Really wish that Ultra plan had a different option. I don't want to go and pay a year for $160 a month. This will actually be a good question. Let's just go and split this. And we're going to change directory. We're going to spin up a Grok sesh here. And let's just ask. Shall we? Lately, it's been Codex primarily with a touch of Claude. But Codex is 70 to 80% of all my work is done in Codex. Claude, I used to start projects in Claude, and I'll sometimes still start a business, like a business idea or a vertical within the business, building something out with Claude, just because I love its initial first output. But then I hand off the code base to Codex almost immediately. Spraker no longer seems to have time to be a sci-fi nerd, mostly because AI. I mean, AI in a way is sci-fi. The AI chatbot Grok, created by XAI, is explicitly modeled after The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Google. Is that... Can we fact check this? Go with Cursor. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Perplexity has to be very upset right now. They literally had this space. They did, but I think they were too concerned off harvesting people's data than progressing. That's my guess. They were too concerned around harvesting data and becoming the next Google that they dropped the ball on a lot of this stuff. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Also, I need to get a controller. I got a new light for when it's nighttime and I'm recording videos. This is like I'm stoked about it, but it's like, it's an RGB light, obviously. Woo. But it adds a nice little, just a nice little glow at night. And then the warm light there, it's more of an orange amber that's coming off to the left with shadows in the back, blue off the right. It fits our brand colors with our revised logo. So it's like, oh, freaking love that. Yep, I'm finding that the same. I have both max plans, Codex OS, much more user-friendly, and just gain access to Codex Blue security. Nice. I'd actually love everyone's feedback. Is this text too large? Let's say we bring it down just a touch. Oh, I can literally only click one of them. Where's the magnification indicator on the screen? I don't really see it. Kind of like this better for you guys and girls because it's just easier for you to read. It's annoying for me because I can't see as much on the screen. Looks like I'm staring at a 720 by 400 or 720 by something, whatever that old resolution was. Kind of crazy. But I'm going to bring that out just to put this table side by side. Let's see, Grokbot access included on that Cursor account. SuperGrok Heavy included in marketing. Cursor... Weekly included usage, amount not published. Same Grokbot product. Grokbot product. That's a tongue twister for me, man. Every time I say it. Computer hours. Same. Okay, so it's identical. There's no benefit to one or the other, right? But I'm just wondering, like, the usage of Grok. Is it cheaper to go with the Grok? Grok. Let me rephrase that. Do you get more token allowance when using from SuperGrok Heavy versus Cursor Ultra? Wouldn't this be similar for Grokbot since it uses Grok? Yeah, I loved it too. It's actually, is it still on my dock? No, I took it off. I took all AI browsers off my dock because I just didn't see the point. Let's see. I mean, he's moving along with this idea. Let's see. I'm applying the brand token. Let's wait for him to respond there. That's something I couldn't test, AV. I was recording my first impressions video this morning, and I, after about 10 prompts, hit max usage on the trial. So, and I don't have a $200 a month cursor sub or a $300 a month SuperGrok sub. So, hey, thank you, Greek. I appreciate you. At some point, we're gonna be streaming across multiple platforms at once at some point. And X is top of list. 720 by 480, that's what it was. With Grok Heavy, you also get Imagine, access to Grok. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, that was previous response, right? And oh, okay. That's what I would think, right? So if I'm doing it just for Grok, wouldn't I want to... I love how it's just a weekly pull and there's no limit to 5-hour blocks. That's awesome. Yeah. Unless Grok 4.6 is just that much better. Let's go see what all the benchmark boys are talking about here. There's got to be a benchmark post about it, right? What's that advanced? What's that one benchmark that everyone relies on? Forget the name. I guess I'll just search Grok benchmark. Artificial analysis, that's the one. Okay. So Grok 4.6 on high. Apparently just a few points below. Let's focus on this post. Okay, okay. I mean, just the cost, that's just insane to me. Like, just the cost. It's just, I guess I could find value in that SuperGrok Heavy sub if I start to rely on it with my agents more and more, because correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's only OpenAI and XAI at the moment have publicly stated that you can use their subscriptions to power your third-party harnesses, your AI agents, OpenClaw, Hermes, whatever. Unlike Anthropic, who dropped the ban hammer on all that. Which, by the way, where do we stand with Anthropic? Did they ever change the way that Claude-B is being billed? I know they put that on hold. Grok build specifically? Is that not the CLI or is that different? Short answer, no. I could have sworn I was in Grok build right now. That's what's confusing to me, is like, what's the difference between Grok build and Grok CLI? Isn't this Grok build? Or is it just a /build command that you want me to test? Haven't gotten to that point yet. It was a surprise drop. We we were streaming, just having a good old time comparing Grokbot to Buzz, and it dropped. So right now I'm just running a benchmark test for it to build out a business idea. And it's building a social media, like the business idea is building social media agents for small to mid-sized companies, with a few, details within there. And he's still building based off of, where is it? Our initial prompt here on the right. So this is what I pasted in there. Oh, okay. I feel like it was a matter. Too many apps. I'm going to be honest with you. Too many apps. A lot of fun for me for testing, but too many apps. SWE. Oh yeah, you got it, Battle Lens. That's the one I was thinking. It's funny how we think purple's AI slop and they have a purple PFP. I crack up at that. Did AI make that logo? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to add a Grok 4.6 I'm going to do this one manually so it rushes through the process, but maybe I record this today. Grok 4.6 versus Chat GPT 5.6 Soul. All right. Close that. Close that. Let's go back to the build. I'll come up with a... I want to think about what I want to build in that test first. And real quick, we're going to do a quick bio break. So BRB. All right, we are back. He worked for 23 minutes straight. Let's go take a look. Now keep in mind, this was on high reasoning. One command is still running. Night desk on, wash paper, safety lamp orange, condensed big shoulders, working fig tree, ticket IBM plugs. I don't know how I feel about that, but book the desk. Nice little onboarding there. Nice little content count. Like, this is a great example. Man, I gotta say, kind of like it. I'm kind of digging it. Let's say even if... So it's like the pricing it's positioning itself as that Grok decided is roughly, depending on the scope, social media managers make anywhere from 2K to 10K and plus. $2,800 isn't that bad for a one-time setup fee, and then $58 a month. Open demo desk. What happens when I click here? Saves, reach. So it just feeds data. Okay. Inbox. Where's this fed from? I guess this is just for responding to socials. That's a cool feature. Monday log. Listen, obviously needs a lot of work, but I like the approach. I like the decisions that Grok made here. Great starting point. Wow. Great starting point. Love it. Bro, how's the speed for 4.6 versus 5.6 versus Opus? I haven't run those side by side yet. That's a good question. We'll have to test it. Does Grok have a fast mode? I don't see a fast mode here. There's always a workaround. There's always a workaround. Listen, this isn't an idea that I'm going to pursue. This is just something I wanted to see what it would do if we were to build it out. But there's always a workaround. There's always a workaround to that policy. All you need is one human approving posts. That's it. AI can stage it. Human hits send. That would be the workaround off the top of my head. But this isn't my, like, we don't offer these services, right? So it's not something I would pursue, but I thought it was going to be a fun little build demo during this live stream. For my long forms, I'll make sure I build something that I intend on using. But for these live streams, I'd rather just build fun ideas. So if anybody wants to have me test something right now, now's the time. Now is the time. Oh, you know what we could do? I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to make directory FFB Grok. Kind of want to do something for fantasy football. Any fantasy football buffs in chat? Very curious. All right. I want to build out a web app for fantasy football leagues. Primarily, I want to think from the perspective of leagues that have weekly prop bets. I want the weekly prop bets documented, but then more importantly, I want the web app to be able to feed from the league data at the end of each week to automatically calculate who wins what prop and where. I want you to make whatever creative decision you think is best. I'm not opposed to any tech stack. You decide what should work. Let's build this primarily for Yahoo fantasy football leagues. And let me know if you have any questions. All right, it's building something random and fun. All good, Nick. Welcome. You're never late. You're right on time. So with Grok subscription or Grok Build API, right now we're using Grok Build via our subscription. We started off the episode comparing Buzz to Grokbot. Problem is, this morning when I was recording a Grokbot video for first impressions, I hit usage of the free weekly trial like that, like within 10 prompts, done. So I was able to get like my first impressions, installing it, setting it up, noticing that we have to tie a credit card to it when you first set it up, which was kind of weird, that you couldn't just tie one of your existing X account for that matter, or Grok account. But I didn't proceed because I'm out of usage, and I couldn't justify paying $200 a month just to test this out for something I have no guarantee that I'm going to continue to use. So I'm trying to figure out, like, now I want to play with Grok 4.6 since that was released since we started the live stream. Like, if it's really good and my agents I love my agents operating off of it, then maybe it makes sense to upgrade so that I can use Grokbot and properly test it. But yeah, I don't have an unlimited budget over here, so I'm very frugal before I actually start paying monthly for something. Okay. You cannot. You have to only use Grok. You can invoke Grok to spin up a CLI session and use your Codex or Claude CLI, but you cannot have the agent operate with that underlying model. Grok only. Yeah, I wouldn't say for me, Grokbot is not over Buzz. No, not at all. I gotta say my experience with it, setting it up, like everything was very fun and easy, but, oh, okay. Yeah, definitely not Grokbot over Buzz. But they're also two different apps, right? I think Grokbot has potential, and I think it has more potential from the perspective of me getting serious about wanting to grow on X and having it just manage and build our X presence, right? I wouldn't give it too much more responsibility until I test it thoroughly from that vertical. All my other automations across primarily OpenClaw and Buzz and Hermes, they all work. Like, I honestly rely on OpenClaw the most out of all three of those, right? Because I don't jump ship easy. I'm still very much using it. It is not dead. So don't believe the posts you see. It's just, everyone's got a bunch of squirrel brains in this industry and they chase every new thing. It's yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. I did not create some type of control center for Buzz. I forked it, but I didn't create any type of control center for it because I just love operating as if I'm in Slack with these channels from a marketing perspective. It's just so easy and fun to use. Like, yeah, of course. Hey, thanks for the great questions. Mateus, boa tarde. Doing good, doing good. How are you? Yeah, today I really wish I wasn't limited in testing Grokbot. Really wanted to focus the episode around that. It's also, in the meantime, I'm very curious. Is anybody else talking about Grokbot trial usage? It's a little bumpy on the sign up process. Yep, I discovered that as well. I hit 100% before I even noticed it. It was used up in about 20 minutes. I don't know how long it took me to use mine up, but let's actually go see. I'm very curious on that screen recording from this morning. When was it? Interesting. Did I make a mistake and not hit record this morning? Shit. I might have made that mistake because I don't see it in here. Oh, that's a bummer, huh? Wow. Yeah. I made it. I made an error. Oh no, here it is. Apologize ahead of time. Let me bring down the volume so you don't blow out your eardrums. So let's go see. How long was this video? At start to end, oh, 30 minutes. But let's see how long it took me to set up Grokbot. All right, we're here. We're going through the onboarding. That's at minute 4. Let's go. Oh, right there. Right there. Minute 4. Yeah, it took me about 12 minutes or 14 minutes. Took me 14 minutes for that trial usage. Ah, that was dirty. That was real dirty. Yes, it can. I found it to be very, very buggy, though, utilizing a public relay. I think if you were to host it locally, you'd have a better experience. I haven't played with it from a local perspective. I'm still testing it. Can code on your local machine. I gave it access to my Forgejo server, and it can build locally or use Cursor Cloud agents if you set it up with GitHub. Nice. Hey, thank you, Mateus. Thank you. Hope you had a good week out of town. Oh, you already know. Let's I made an open source version of Grokbot complete with all the features. Who is this? Love it.
Version of the Grokbot app, and it honestly works beautifully. So it connects with your existing Claude Code accounts or Codex acceleration, which spins up a virtual machine, and you can also go to the virtual.
This is actually very smart and quick. Took action very quickly. Like, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, obviously be cautious installing anything or playing with anything from anybody you don't know. But yeah, he worked quick. That's insane. That is very insane. I kind of want to test this. I love how you put that up there so quick. Let's move that over there. It's a whole side project. All right. Yeah, nothing was exposed. I think it's pretty brilliant. Now, as far as every bot gets a computer. Ooh, there's a Khabib interview on Lex Friedman? What? I might have to watch that later.
Slopping cup.
You guys heard it right. Whoops. Really? Another one? Everything's just dropping at the same time. Or is this the same version? Because they didn't officially announce it here. Yeah, I might jump the gun on cursor. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm feeling. Everyone's saying the same thing. I got 10 to 20 messages in and I maxed out. So, yeah. So it's like, as much as I want to upgrade or get a cursor sub, it's like, I feel like I'm just going to throw money in the drain for something that, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd love to hear everybody's feedback on Grokbot. I know that Nikolai has that subscription with that 3-month promo. I know he's having a good experience, but is anybody else having a good experience with Grokbot? That's what I'm very curious about. Interesting design decision. I love it. So it's just interesting. Interesting. I don't like the creative decision it made here, but I love that it's not like following the same approach each time on each build. Kind of cool. It actually does follow that same text, it almost looks like. Okay. Okay. Let's do a visual test, shall we? I'm gonna call this one friends. Make directory, change directory, friends. Spin up Grok. And let me go grab my friends prompt here. Benchmarks. Yeah, recreate central perk. See how it does. Right there. Yeah, me too, Battle. Me too. I'm right there with you. It's like, I want to test it. I want to test it more, but I'm a firm believer. Don't go chase every new shiny toy. I was going to play with it if I had the allotted usage, but for me to go spend a couple $100 just to test Grokbot, it's like, I got no interest. I got no interest. I like what this dude did with creating his own version of it. I don't know, like, this is really slick and really cool. He essentially just cloned it and then allows you to connect your... Please proceed with caution, of course, as with anything you download on the internet. I would want to deploy this probably... This is why I cannot wait to have a new daily driver. So this old daily driver, I can just test and not worry about what's on it. but I would have to do some scans, right? And make sure that it's not malicious in any way. Make sure that it's not going to try to steal credentials in any way before I personally install it. But yeah, I'm right there with you, Star. Open source is the way to go, right? That's why I love Buzz. I love Hermes. And most importantly, I love OpenClaw. You got to show love to the OG. Yeah, part of me is thinking I may not even release that first impression Grokbot video. It's like, there's value, but there's not. But I think we should also model meter. Looks like these previews are not set. There it is. Yeah. Do one with a revision and be brutally honest. Yeah. Like, listen, I waited to install it until I was ready to record because I feel like that's a valuable type of video, right? Ooh, new tool. Let's install it. Let me show you what I see when I install it and set it up. And I haven't looked too much, but all of the Grokbot videos that I've seen, they're just reading off of like a presentation, or they already have Grokbot installed and set up and running, right? There's nobody actually starting from one and walking you through. So maybe it will be valuable. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, thank you, Derek. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. It's just smooth sailing, just steady. I love it. Yeah, Greek. I know Derek was probably a sub 100 sub. Greek was one of 5. He's an OG. I remember when I first teased this channel, he was like the second or third one. Never forget. You never forget the early ones, you know? As I grow, it's tougher to keep track of who subs when, but yeah, we're just getting started around here. Hey, thank you, Derek. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. I might need some... We either make some more coffee for the day. Buzz problem. Each time I create 3 agents to work in Buzz under my main agent in Discord. 2 work no problem. The third always gives me a hard time. Hard time as in creating different Buzz channels like menu desk for food, etc. Working there, reporting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you caught the beginning. I think you were here since minute 1, but I have been noticing Buzz just so token hungry through my Codex sub. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. I think at some point I will. Will I do it today and on this live stream? Probably not. Because A, I don't have the hardware to test that. And then B, I don't have a sub on OpenRouter or Olama where I would probably have the best experience testing that. Looks like Olama, new signups paused. OpenRouter.ai. Yeah. DeepSeek. I actually don't even see. Okay, there it is from July 30th. Yeah, I'd love to start testing these open weight models, but it's just more of a restriction of hardware than anything. Let's actually ask it. Hold up. Let's turn this into a fun experiment. Make directory Grokbot. Let's call it yeah, we'll just call it Grokbot clone. Let's see. Oh, Grok. Grok. Please clone Grokbot. It's installed locally on my machine. Visit x.ai/bot to download. I want to clone it line for line, except when it comes to what models I'm allowed to use. I'd like to use my Codex and Claude CLI subscriptions. Hey, hold on. It's not saying no, I'm not going to clone my own software. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see what happens. That's really cool. Let's see what happens. I like it. I could have sworn Grok would have been like, "No, what are you asking me to do here, huh?" And you have it set, maybe ask Fizz, because as I was going through my Buzz onboarding and just learning how Buzz worked before I started doing these inter-agent communication approaches, I would ask Fizz about it. I would say, hey, I created this, I created that. How can I do X, Y, and Z, right? I'm guessing you may have already gone down that path, but let me know. What's up, Mundo? I want to be able to pronounce Alegredal Mundo Music. Yeah, he is rather slow. I will admit, he is rather slow. For this prompt here, I'm shocked. It's taken 15 minutes already. I would have expected this to be like 5, 6, 7 minutes. That's how long it takes on Codex, or let me rephrase that, GPT Soul and Fable or Opus. Actually, Opus is probably longer, but those did not take 15 minutes to build this out. So, but this is testing its 3.js capabilities as well. This is a visual test. I feel like it built the ideas early on in this live stream rather quickly, at least quicker than this. Or no, actually, come to think of it, one took 23 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I couldn't enable a fast mode. Let's go take a look. So for model, I chose high. It does have extra high. And that looks like just those options. Low, medium, high, extra high. Oh, let's make this. Let me hide my video just to show you that. and hide this pinned chat. I don't see, isn't it normally just fast? I don't see a fast mode. I'm wondering if I shift tab, auto, always approve, normal, plan, auto. Yeah, so there's no toggle for fast there. I could always ask him in another session as well. But I know this one, we're giving him a big job here. So let's see how he does. This one here should be done any minute. But I suppose we can just go to Grok.com, right? Is there a fast mode for Grok build? I'll bring my video back now. Mr. Baker's probably turning in his grave right now. He's like, why would you prompt that? Why wouldn't you just go look at the docs? Why? Yeah. I mean, we would have seen it, right? So but here's where I'll give Grok credit or the benefit of the doubt. I feel like we all, and this is not me being offensive to anybody in particular, anybody at all for that matter, but I think we've all gotten a little bit spoiled in this industry. I think our expectations are way too high. I think these models are fast enough. Let me choose my words carefully here. I feel like speed isn't always the indicator we want, isn't always the metric that we want to measure, right? I think it's great. Yes, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we've all gotten just a little bit too spoiled in this industry. Our expectations are way too high. Mr. Baker isn't dead yet, but he was busy prompting Codex CLI. What you building? What you building, good sir? Very curious. Bye. What you building? Whoops. Let's move that over there. Mute tab. Oh, does it? Okay, so that's a cursor thing then. Yeah. Maybe it's thinking too much. You're absolutely right. 4.5 was blazing fast. This is rather slow. I mean, this one's been working for 20 minutes here. I'm wondering if I choose like lower medium reasoning level, will it be quicker? Does the reasoning level have a direct correlation to how long it takes? It should, right? I would imagine it spends more time on the task or whatever your prompt is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, absolutely right. Yeah. 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 I never use fast mode. I used it to test, but there's no point for me. Like, I am not performing tasks that require like that requires such crazy deadlines, you know? All right, that's moving along. That's moving along. Let me go double check on that while that's working. Yeah, 22 minutes. That's kind of wild. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Baker going off. You're absolutely right, though. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yep. 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 Facts. Facts. Yeah, but for this test here, I'm going to tell you right now, wow to how long it's taking. Okay, I guess now what it's doing is it's QAing, but I'm still shocked that this prompt took close to 30 minutes here. Let's go preview it together. Okay, not an exact, I mean, the positioning of this is all off. I guess I didn't provide a reference screenshot like I should have. Right? Because thinking from the perspective of the window, not bad, but I definitely erred in not giving it a proper screenshot. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our Grok clone, shall we? I mean, Grok's just working here. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. Did it create a plan for us, or did it just start doing the thing? Let's see. Wow. All right. What's up, Stav? How we doing today? All right. What's up, Mikey boy? Not to mention Grokbot need the agents to be benchmarking new solutions at the moment. I wish I could just play with Grokbot. That's why we're cloning it here. This is crazy to me. How long has this been thinking for? I mean, I love how we can click to cancel that really easily. 30 minutes just on that task. The amount of time that took, that's just kind of crazy. That's incredibly slow. Incredibly slow. Let's see, shall we? You're kidding me. It was that quick and easy to clone it? The one thing I don't see here is... Yeah, it's not perfect. But it's kind of impressive. What are you still running up here? Restart servers, okay. Did it create an Electron-based app for me, though? Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So many new shiny toys. It's just absolutely crazy. I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just going to close that. Like, this is the only part here. I would like to... Where's our routines at? I want to test a routine. Teach a task. So light dark mode toggle. We'll let it continue to clone. What's up, Enkitra? So, this depends on how you're using them. Are you just vibe coding in the CLI? Are you using any of the correlating desktop apps? Or is this mainly for agents, to power your agents? Because you have the option to go with $100 on each plan, right? But that's only 5x on Claude versus GPT. But if you're a very agent heavy workflow, just go with GPT. Sol is undeniably good, right? Undeniably efficient. Same with Terra. I think you get more for the $200 a month on GPT than Claude. But if you still want to have access to Fable and Opus, etc., maybe split it 100 on each lane, you know? Yeah. So this is I might still lean GPT. It's just some people prefer Claude, you know? I'd probably lean GPT though. I find myself using Claude less and less. Not so much at first, like back in April when they dropped that ban hammer on third-party harnesses, I was still finding ways to use it because it was still a part of my daily workflows. But now I find myself rarely spinning up Claude, you know, and I don't think I'm alone. I do not think I'm alone. And I don't think I'm, whoops. I should probably put that mic down, huh? Yeah, this right here, Mikey's got a good, like if you just want a little sprinkle of Claude, this is the move right here. Budget another $20, just do 200 on GPT and then 20 on Claude. For that occasional, you know, sprinkle of Fable and Opus and Sonnet, if that's your thing. Test, you should be testing 5.6 Sol. It's amazing what it can accomplish. I generally start my projects, or at least I used to, predominantly on Claude, and then I'd hand off the code base to Codex. Now I find myself starting more with Codex, and then I'll hand it off to Claude just for a second set of eyes, whether it's from a design or code base perspective. But like I use primarily 5.6 Sol for everything, even though I don't need to. I should be using 5.6 Terra for a lot of things, and I'm starting to do that more and more and more, but still. Oh, whoa. Grokbot clone is in the center of my other screen, but I can't move it. Let's put it over here. It's just a black box that I can't move. So it's going through the flow. It's going through the flow. It's building the thing. Canceled everything except, yeah. And 5.6 is just killing it. And not to mention Tebow resetting, blessing us with resets left and right. I mean, he blessed us with so many resets. I couldn't use, efficiently for that matter, I couldn't use the resets that we had that would expire at a certain date. I only used one of like 4. The other 3 expired because I didn't use them in time because he kept resetting. Like, it's just crazy. Nice. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so right now I am, I still have the $100 a month Claude, although I'm about to downgrade that very soon, I think at the end of this month. $200 GPT. I have a second $200 GPT for client related work and client agents that support those accounts. I could honestly get away with it on one GPT sub based off of my usage. And then I need to invest $100 a month in tokens to test new models, to test open weight models. And then I'm paying I'm still in that promo, so I'm paying $9 a month for Grok, but it's the $30 a month plan. And then I do have baked into my Google Workspace admin, I have like a $24 a month Google AI sub for Flow and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's the extent of all my personal subs and business subs. Listen, Claude, Anthropic shot themselves in the foot in April. They made, I think, one of the stupidest decisions you can make, and only time will tell. Time has also shown that a lot of people have moved off of Claude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're horrible and horrible models. It's just the company behind Claude continues to shoot themselves in the foot. They're clearly against open source. Yeah. Sacked Flow off, dude. I wish I understand exactly. Maybe I don't catch the reference. Sacked Flow off, dude. I'm sorry, Mikey. I'm trying. The 3 models allow me to do pretty much everything from super simple to super complex. Yeah. 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 And like, yeah, exactly. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yeah. I mean, at the very least, test it out, right? Don't just take our word for it. Just test. You'll find that GPT is far more generous on that $200 a month plan than Anthropic ever was for me, personally. Yeah. Mr. Baker has the formula right here. Okay, so that's working. Sorry, I'm working on something for a client on the side here, so while this is working, just making the most of this time. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. It is loading. It is loading. Nice. Nice. I mean, Grok's doing a great job at cloning Grokbot. I'll tell you that. All right. Now, one thing I want to make sure of is I notice on the Grokbot itself, when I open it, it has a default light theme with the settings option. Like we want, like I said, line for line, we want a clone except for the point of what models these agents use, right? So I want you to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. Like, for example, when we select computer use, we can then create a routine. We can also record the screen to have the agent take note of exactly what steps need to occur for a particular routine or automation. Please just run through the code base one more time, run through all the features one more time, and make sure we incorporate everything into our clone, please. And thank you. Let's see. I think I read somewhere that Luna is unlimited, even beyond usage. Oh, for normal chats. Yes. Yeah, it hands down is. Hands down. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, no wonder why my Grokbot testing like was a 14-minute time window. What's up, Cuban? How we doing today? Listen, if we can get this Grokbot actually, like, I don't know if it's something I would want to maintain, you know what I mean? This is a fun experiment, but we shall see. Are you laughing at the clone? What you laughing at? All right, I have to go check for this package. Give me 2 seconds, BRB. We are back. Let's see. Are you watching from the beginning? I mean, imagine setting a goal with the new Baker agent. How effective would that goal be? Oh, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Grok, like, listen, I really wanted to utilize Grokbot from the perspective of just having it handle X for me, right? Because I don't think X is going to flag its own bots. Not that it's X's bot, but its own kind of like application underneath the parent company's umbrella. I don't think it's going to flag that usage. But I think that LinkedIn and other platforms could very much flag any automation ran through those the Grokbot workflows or Grokbot agents in general and computer use. But I just wanted to use it for X, but I don't want to have to pay $200, $300 a month just to really use Grokbot. Let me use my Claude or Codex subs within it, please, and thank you. That's why we're cloning it right now. We're legitimately cloning it. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is this Grokbot? Yeah, this is Grokbot. Let me close it so it doesn't confuse me. Okay, create a routine. Been using 5.6 on OpenRouter at work. So not only did OpenAI reduce the pricing, but OpenRouter has had a 50% discount running. Nice. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure once there's more drama on the TL, or if they make a mistake, or if something happens, right, and enough of the people speak up, yeah, I'm sure more resets will come, but I don't think that's something we should expect, you know, consistently moving forward. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they are consistent moving forward. What would cost us $250 a day on Sol has been costing us $30 to $40 a day on 5.6 Tera. Nice, nice. Never got on with OpenRouter. Even prefer direct from DeepSeek via API. I think OpenAI is its best value depending on task. If you want the new Mr. Baker agent to be super efficient, you need to also install Ponytail skill. Oh, have we used a goal? I've used it, yeah. Plus plan like Kimmy, Minimax, Chump tokens like no one's business. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I recently on Buzz, because I noticed how token hungry they were, I moved a majority of the agents off of Sol down to Terra. And I haven't noticed any issues, any differences in outputs, which is awesome. The only caveat, like the only like weird thing about Buzz, which I should probably fix within my fork. So let's go and do it. What is this invisible box? Why is that? Is that within Buzz? Is that from my fork? What is going on here? Oh, that's a weird UI glitch. All right. Where do we stand? I haven't touched this. I hate doing stuff with the fork midweek because that takes me out of work. So yeah, I'm going to save it for the weekend. And that was just a whole Grokbot thing. Are you quoting someone? I'm guessing you're quoting Elon or somebody at Grok? Oh, I didn't even... I'm looking at messages here. I just had to pull this up. I don't see your first message. It was deleted, good sir. And not by me. So tempting. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Teach a task. Okay, this is starting to look better. We can't select anything here. Take over. Oh, that slides that open. Okay. But what if we just... It still needs a lot of TLC. I'm also realizing I was lost track of time here. We've been almost at it for 3 hours here. I do have a hard stop at noon. So we're going to have to end it here shortly. Few last questions. Mr. Baker. This one's for Mr. Baker. How is GPT with the concurrent sessions? I read that it limits the number of concurrent sessions in its fair use policy. I personally have not experienced that. And I run it quite a bit across, especially my personal OpenAI sub, OpenClaw, Hermes, Buzz, right? I run it a lot. The CLI, the desktop app. I've never run into an issue like that. I've run into weird little glitches, but the glitches are more on their end than my end, right? Not yet, no. Yeah, Todd, I am because I want to. I found somebody on X who had done it too, but I just wanted to clone it so I could use my Claude and Codex subs in it. That's all. And guess who's cloning it too? Grok 4.6. Out of all the models, Grok 4.6 said, yeah, hold my beer. Let me clone my own app. I was cracking up. I want to continue this clone and continue this live stream, but I do have this meeting at noon, and yeah, I gotta end the live stream here in a few minutes. So I also need a few minutes to prep. So yeah, Todd, it's funny. It's funny. I think what I'll do is I'll continue this on Friday, because I was on the fence all live stream. Do I bite the bullet and pay $200 a month to Cursor, or $300 a month to SuperGrok? I don't want to do either one of those. Like, none of that interests me. So why not just clone it, test it ourselves? Yeah, it's too funny. Really though, Todd, really. And what's crazy to me is Grok is the one who did it. I would understand if it was Claude or OpenAI, right? But Grok doesn't have any guardrails as far as, wait, maybe I shouldn't clone my own parent company's app for this person. You know what I mean? But it just did not care. Oh, it's too funny. It's too funny. Good times. So I think I'm going to continue that on Friday. I got a busy rest of the day, and then tomorrow client office all day. So I don't know how much like Clearmud stuff I'm going to be working on outside of a few edits later and recording some videos. So we'll be back at it Friday. We'll most likely just continue the vibe coding sesh out of CMux. We're going to play out of Buzz a little bit more. And I did tease that Buzz bootcamp. We'll probably work on that curriculum a bunch more so that I can record that video as soon as next week and we can launch it as soon as possible. Which, by the way, for anybody new here, I don't believe in paywalling courses, school communities, all that money grab stuff. It's all our boot camps are free and they always go live here on YouTube. This new boot camp we're prepping for Buzz is going to be unique. Instead of live streaming everything, because it's less involved than OpenClaw and Hermes as far as getting things set up. I got 6 minutes. I'm just going to record everything and then edit everything, save all the steps, just empty all that dead space. And then we're going to premiere those videos so that I can chill and chat and hang out during the bootcamp live premiere. That is. So I'm going to have to check out Orca. I'll add that to my list. Yeah, of course. Hey, thanks for the great questions. And again, you know, test. Don't, if you don't like it after month one, go back. You know, you always have that option. What's cool about with these monthly subscriptions, we have the option to switch at our leisure. Now, we can't get refunds as easily, so you're going to have to use that first full month, but you can always just switch at the end of it, you know, worst case. But hey, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, everybody for watching this live stream. Thank you, Todd. Welcome. Thank you, Ankitra. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Thank you, AI Tool. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Cuban. Thank you, Mickey. And I'm trying to scroll up to find, and forgive me if I miss your name, but thank you, Mundo Music. Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Manuel. But my my chat only scrolls up so far, so we are going to have to end it here. So thanks again for spending part of your Wednesday with me. I'd love to hear what you're building in chat, rather in the comments below. We'll be back at it on Friday, same time. Until then, happy building. Cheers. You know, I got a switch right now, but if you don't mind, comment on this video with that. I'm going to have to add that to my list. It's not at the top of my list though, because I don't, yeah, this is going to be me having to learn every single one of these, right? Or rather having to play with every single one of these before I even think about making the comparison video. Unless I do the comparison video from a first impression standpoint, which could actually make sense. I just record my screen and I compare all of those. Not a bad idea, but nevertheless, thanks again. Catch y'all Friday.